Hello, Dr. O'Rourke. Those of you who might be watching, my name is Michael Owaje, and today I will be presenting an ethical leader in physical therapy. So, let's start. To start, we're going to be covering physical therapy, transformational leadership, the ethical considerations within the career of physical therapy, and the biblical worldview be applying to physical therapy. Physical therapy. What is physical therapy? Great question. According to the American Physical Therapists Association, physical therapists are licensed doctors who work with multiple patients populations impacted by disease, injury, and movement dysfunction. Uh, Basically, yeah, physical therapists work with people of all walks of life, all ages. It doesn't matter, and they seek to restore function, movement, prevent and also rehabilitate injuries, and just overall improve lifestyle. And that's my career that I dream of pursuing, currently pursuing. And you might be wondering, Michael, how did you get involved and interested in physical therapy? Another great question that I will gladly explain right here. So, when I was a young boy, it was my dream to be able to dunk a basketball like Vince Carter here on a 10-foot regulation court. You know, dunking is such a beautiful display of athleticism. And it's always been a dream of mine on my bucket list to achieve it. So when I first got to my undergrad at Northern Arizona University, I started weight training seriously for the first time. But I wasn't the most knowledgeable, and I basically went in. Let me go do the heaviest weights I can every single day so I can get my vertical up so I can start dunking. So I would go to the gym upstairs, heavy leg press, heavy squat, you name it. Then I would go downstairs to the basketball courts and play 3 to 5 games. And over time, all that load on my knees, I developed patellar tendonitis in my left knee. As you can see here, patellar tendonitis is this inflammation of the patellar tendon due to overloading, overtraining. And I wasn't even able to play. I wasn't able to play basketball. I wasn't able to be in the gym. I was just all in discomfort, and it was not a fun time to be around. But that all changed after I sought out physical therapy. So, thankfully, at my school they offered physical therapy for me. This is me doing a couple of the exercises I was prescribed. A bridge with toe raises and sliding back lunge. Just isometric holds to help strengthen the muscles around the patella. And I wasn't the most consistent. I'm not gonna lie, but after a couple years, I really started really doing this and taking this seriously and taking the fitness seriously, and that just evolved into a passion. And through doing all of this, I was able to rehabilitate my knee. And you remember how I said it was my dream and my goal off my bucket list to dunk a basketball on a standard regulation rim. Pretty soon after this, I was getting up there in no time. This was in August, and basically all this is to say that physical therapy enabled me to go back to doing what I love to do, which is play basketball and work out. And the opportunity to be able to do that for somebody else who may also want to play basketball, or maybe life happened, got into a car accident, and they need to work their way back into how they were living. And it would be a dream and an honor, a real blessing to be able to do so. and to transform somebody, like how I was transformed. And with that, that takes me to my next slide, which is my leadership style that I plan on implementing as a physical therapist is transformational leadership. Just as I was able to transform, my physical therapist was able to help me transform my knee, and I was able to transform my outlook on movement and physical fitness. I believe I could take that using transformational leadership in the physical therapy industry. As we know, transformational leaders have a profound impact on followers' motivation and organizational goals. They seek to inspire and transform their followers, to motivate their followers to achieve more than their followers believe is possible. Like that, that right there is the essence of a physical therapist. Taking someone who has been injured or is going through having limited function, limited mobility, and just being able to transform them through movement and attention uh, into being able to do what they want to do again. Oops. So as you can see right here, we have two great examples of transformational leaders, people who revolutionized their respective fields. Pat Summitt, the amazing head coach, and Steve Jobs, the Apple visionary. Through their vision, they were able to take their ideals and share it with a team, a group of people that brought their dreams, their ideals, their visions to life, and they're forever immortalized for it. And not to say that I'm going to be, forever immortalized for doing this physical therapy stuff, but I know I will have the same profound impact on people's lives like these two. So, with transformational leadership, that means we have to implement strategies in order to get the best benefit for everybody involved, from the physical therapist to the clients that they work with, to the fellow colleague physical therapists that you work with. So, we'll go over a few leadership strategies. An important leadership strategy for a physical therapist to have is good communication. Communication is essential to everything we do that involves other people. We need to establish a resonant relationship with our clients to make them feel trust and understanding between us. They are trusting us with their care, with their lives, their bodies, and it is up to us to honor that and protect that. So we are going to use effective communication strategies to enhance team engagement and productivity. This will help facilitate patient care, help teamwork. We're collaborating, we're commuting, we're sharing ideas together, we're bouncing ideas off together, coming up with treatments, evaluations, seeing things different. Just get better understanding through talking. And as we bounce the ideas, we share with each other and we collaborate, this will just leads to professional growth. We'll see more business, we'll be more trusted, we'll spread, we'll grow. Organization is key again, like most things, like communication is so key to working with the team, working with people. Team alignment. By aligning the team goal around common goals, a physical therapist can enhance patient care and outcomes. And that's at the end of the day, that is our goal. That is priority number one, to make sure our patients are delivered the best care to our abilities. Empowerment and development. A physical therapist can foster an environment where colleagues feel supported in expanding their skills, staying updated with the latest research, and continuously improving patient care practices. On that constant elevation, continuous improvement. Regularly evaluating and refining treatment approaches, protocols, and workflows to optimize outcomes and enhance patient satisfaction. Again, with a well-organized team, uh, we are able to use many heads at once, many brains at once to deliver the best care possible, and that is always the goal. Culture building. To build a culture, you have to share the vision. This goes again to communication and organization. It's all interlocked. Um, you have to foster a culture where everyone shares a common vision of providing high quality patient care and upholding professional standards. And through transformational leadership, that is the goal, is to inspire, to motivate, to challenge those that we work with in order to bring the best out of them. And by leading, and transformationalists do that by leading by example, through their actions, through their words, uh, through their choices that they make throughout the day. Uh, how 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 am I going to demonstrate the vision best by living through it? Exactly. So with all this transformational talk, all this physical therapy talk, there are ethical considerations that we have to take into account. Working in this field, you're working with all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life all the time. So you're bound to encounter some ethically challenging situations. First scenario: you are a dedicated physical therapist and you're enthusiastic about a new technique you learned for internal manipulation of the coccyx, your tailbone. Despite it being relatively new, you decided to perform this procedure on a female patient, Isis, without adequately explaining its nature or the potential risk involved. You failed to provide your patient with sufficient information about the procedure, its invasiveness, and the need for a chaperone, leaving her confused and uninformed about what to expect. So this is super of the utmost importance working in the healthcare profession, in the world healthcare industry, period, and life, period, is respecting our patients' autonomy, really to be accountable for themselves, and getting consent to perform. It's physical therapy. We're making contact, we're making physical therapy, with our patients. So we have to make sure that there's trust and understanding in what we're doing. We have to demonstrate professionalism as we're doing this, because if not, this could lead to not only loss of trust and confidence, but serious charges, legal action um, involved. So it's of the utmost importance that we make this understood. We find solutions that work for both parties, that is understood, that we can come to a common ground. Scenario 2: you are treating your patient George, who is dealing with chronic knee pain. Throughout your sessions, you notice subtle signs from George that discomfort you, such as lingering stares and occasional inappropriate comments about your appearance. Despite your best efforts to redirect focus on treatment, George's behavior continues to escalate over time. During one session, George makes a suggestive remark about your attire, causing you to feel deeply uncomfortable and violated. So now we're on the topic of professional boundaries. And as a PT, as a healthcare professional, inappropriate patient behavior has to be addressed directly. We are professionals. This is a professional setting that we're in. None of that uncomfortableness, that brazenness is acceptable on either parts, on both sides. Both the PT and patient must uphold their boundaries. Uh, Over 80% of PTs have experienced sexual harassment in a study conducted by Boissonnault in 2017. Um, This goes both ways on the patient side and the PT side. Boundaries should always be respected. because if not, it could also lead to serious legal troubles, just a loss of trust, loss of business. It's just